Shalom Haverim. It's me, Steve, Mr. Steve. I visited you guys this summer when I came to Israel. I am so excited that we are going to be pen pals again. Sorry about that. I have created something very, very cool for us so we can communicate right away on the computer all the time, all year. And it's called Edmodo. Edmodo.com. Edmodo. When you go to Edmodo, you see the sign, the screen that says sign in to Edmodo. Username, password. I have created usernames and passwords for each and every one of you. To make it easy, I made your usernames and passwords numbers. Malachi, I think that's your name, Malachi. My friend, my chaver, Malachi. Malachi, we did high fives this summer, and you said you were not going to wash your hands. I remember that. I remember you. I can even picture what you look like. My friend, your username is 25210, like your like the zip code in Israel. Then 05. That's your username. Your password is the same thing, 2521005. Log in. Boom. There you are, buddy. And I made everyone's last name Gvanim, even though I know that's not your last name. I have a hard time reading Hebrew very well. So unless I could read your last name, I just made your last name Gvanim. So I apologize for that. Okay, so now it says latest posts. I was practicing, and I wrote to your teacher, your art teacher, Miss Rachel. Welcome, Rachel. You are the most wonderful art teacher in the world. You scroll down, you see she said thanks. I said you're welcome. These are my students writing to you guys. They thought they had different pen pals. I'm going to tell them on Monday the good news that they'll be writing with you guys. So let's say Malachi wants to write a message. Malachi, your pen pal, my friend, is Shannon, a boy named Shannon. So you might write here. Shalom, Shannon. You could write a whole lot more, of course. I'm sure you would. Okay. Now, with Edmodo, you cannot write a message privately just to one student. You can write a message privately to your teacher. You can write a message privately to me, but you cannot write it to one student. If you want to write it to your student, to your pen pal, you have to write it to the entire class. So, you click send to. You can send it to pen pals. Then you click send. Boom. It says me because I'm logged in as Malachi, and it says Malachi to all the pen pals. Shalom, Shannon. I'm going to log out for a second. I'm going to log in as me. That's me. Mr. Steve, Mr. Auslander. And it says Malachi to the pen pals. Shalom, Shannon. And I could reply. Right? Shalom, Malachi. Click reply. You just got that message. I'm going to log out again and log back in as Malachi. Remember, his username is 2521005. Password is the same thing, 2521005. Log in. And look, it says Malachi wrote to the pen pal, Shalom, Shannon. And a minute ago, and there's one reply by Mr. Auslander. That's me. My students call me Mr. Auslander. Shalom, Malachi. There's a lot of really, really, really cool things also that you can do on Edmodo. Let's say you wanted to send a picture and post it to all of your friends. Here is a picture. You can send that to the pen pals. But before you send, you want to attach maybe a file from the desktop. So you wanted to send a picture. Here's a picture of me from Israel. Is that you guys? No, that's not you guys. That's a different class from Israel. That's okay. And click send. Wait for it, wait for it. Boom, there it is. Me, that's Malachi, to the pen pal saying, here is a picture. So you can send pictures, you can take pictures of artwork and post that onto the Edmodo page. There's a lot of really cool things you can do with Edmodo. Edmodo is also an iPod, iPhone, iPad app. You can use it on a smartphone. It's an app you can download. I will be happy to send you more videos on how to use Edmodo. I may even have my students teach you different ways to use Edmodo. But for right now, I'd like you to practice, logging in and maybe at some point writing a message to your pen pals. Your teacher, Miss Rachel, will tell you who your pen pal is, the name of your pen pal. Remember, when you write the message to your pen pal, everyone can see it. That's really to keep everyone safe. One thing to know about Edmodo, it's completely safe. It's not like Facebook. It looks like Facebook, but it is not Facebook, because unless you have a username and password and you're in this group, this is the Pen Pals group, no one else can get into this page. No one else. No student can see what you write unless they're in our Pen Pals group, whether they're my students or in your class. That keeps you safe. Okay? If you have a question, if you want to write something to me, so like Malachi, scroll up. I write, hi, Mr. Steve. How are you? How about, let's see, I am excited to write to you this year. Remember, you can send it to yourself. You can write it to all of the pen pals, or you can write it just privately to me. And so any other student who would log in would not see this. Only I see it, and Malachi will see it. Okay. I'm sure you'll have a lot of questions. The best thing to do is just explore and play around with it. And that's how you'll learn a lot about Edmodo. Okay? I am so excited. Shalom, Chaverim. We will be in touch very soon. And my students will be back at school on Monday. And I will tell them who their pen pals are. I will tell them who their pen pals are. And they'll be very excited. They'll be posting things pretty quickly, I'm sure. Monday of next week, you should be able to check and see some messages from my students in Indianapolis. Okay? Thank you very much. And we will talk soon. Bye.